Wanting to escape burnout? Stop looking for a breakthrough. I'm going to explain why searching for breakthroughs really oftentimes backfire and keep people stuck in burnout and overwhelm for longer than they need to be. So, hey, my name's Rochelle Walsh. If you're new to me, I'm a complex trauma therapist. I've been in practice for 25 plus years. I specialize in brain-based strategies. I understand a lot about the nervous system, the brain, and the body, and how to help people achieve optimal nervous system health. So I work with people in a 90-day program now with high-performing women who want to break free from burnout and chronic stress. So here's the deal with breakthroughs. I'm going to talk a little bit about the psychology, but also the physiology of why breakthroughs really get people stuck. And what I mean by breakthroughs is that they feel like there's something like some big aha moment. So this can happen through seminars or a powerful therapy experience or a expensive retreat. I've had women tell me they've gone to 2-week retreats where they have no name and all this kind of thing and pay big money to have breakthroughs, right? And here's why breakthroughs really don't work. So the first reason is that a breakthrough might give you a lot of insight. So let's first understand the problem of chronic nervous system dysregulation, right? If someone has had either, early on life programming that has left them hypervigilant, always needing to do, please, perform, and produce, and they have a core belief in that subconscious program. It's not just an idea. It's not just a thought. It is also a physiological state of hypervigilance. So they have stress hormones that keep them kind of on all the time. They have established pathways in their mind and their body that are running this stress response program. So that's a piece of it. And so when someone has kind of an aha moment, and it doesn't mean that the information isn't good. It doesn't mean, sometimes it might be a spiritual experience where they really are connected to truth, or they really, they read a book and they're like, this is exactly what I've been needing to understand. Or they go to a retreat and they do some inner child stuff and they work with that and they're like, I never knew why I did this. Breakthroughs give us insight. And that is really important. So it's not that breakthroughs aren't significant or that we shouldn't look for them. But what that does is we get a sense of relief, right? We get a dopamine boost sometimes where it's like, aha, that's the missing piece. That's the thing that I need. That's what I need to understand, or that's exactly how I feel. And the thing that the brain does is it counts that as progress when really it's just insight. And while insight is really important because we have to understand something first to be able to really change it, it's a breakthrough stops there, because a breakthrough is the exception to the norm, right? So that breakthrough isn't sustainable. We then understand it differently, but we don't yet have the supports, meaning that new information hasn't been integrated because we haven't been able to stabilize it, because then we go back to real life, we leave the retreat, the impact of the sermon or the therapy session or the self-help book or the podcast, it wears off, and within 48 hours, the information that hasn't really been, stabilized leaves. It's not part of our norm. It's part of this thing that we experience. It's this mountaintop experience, but we're not living in it. And because it hasn't been stabilized and it hasn't been integrated, and so it's not our new norm. So it's like planting a seed and then the seed gets washed away when the rain comes, and we know there's biblical examples about the seeds on the path, right? So, spiritually we know this is true, but it's also true physiologically in the brain when we're trying to build new neural pathways for calm. When someone has gone from fight or flight to wanting to live in a calmer state, it really is a process. So if you're wanting to escape burnout, chronic stress, stop looking for breakthroughs. The breakthrough will not get you sustainable results. Breakthroughs have to be followed by stabilization and integration, because it's only the new norm that's really going to change a lasting pattern. I hope that's helpful. Follow me for more tips if you're interested. My name's Rochelle Walsh, a complex trauma therapist for many years, understand these things well, and love nothing more than helping women break free so that they can live in the emotional freedom that was intended for them. Have a great day.